So here I am, getting ready to leave, and I got myself all prettied up again. And the doctor was unreasonable. My doctor pretty much, I don't know if he couldn't get his way with the other doctor, told me one thing and told another doctor another thing. So ended up going home. The doctor told me this Dr. Sue was one of the biggest a-hole you can ever meet. Him and his lying other physician. It's a horrible experience. The night was horrible and painful because how many times you have to ask somebody for pain medication? No, this is something we already had talked about. My doctor told me he was going to put in the computer about my pain, and most of my doctors are from Bay State. So for them to say that they can't see my medications is a lie. So when I called my other doctor's office within Bay State, they pulled up all my list of medications, and so you could see the list and the same medications on there, the Pro Air, the Tylenol with 3 or whatever, because I can't take the Percocet. And one nurse came up with some bullcrap excuse talking about the Percocet and the Tylenol 3 was the same thing. We all know that it's not the same thing. Why would my doctor give me a Tylenol 3 if I'm allergic to it? You just put the Percocet. So it was a horrible experience, and I would advise you not to, but make sure you have your stuff. If you're going to do this EEG observation, make sure you have, you put it in a Ziploc bag, because let me show you my stuff. I bought stuff here. Hold on, let me see if I can get it. I bought like things like in a Ziploc bag so that they can see what's in your bags, because they're all skeptical like what's in your backpack, because you see all my luggage. I have all that. I have all those luggages or whatever. I have things that's going to keep me occupied, because you're going to be here for a whole week, so you might as well get the things that's going to make you smile, feel good, whatever, whatever. But I made sure I kept it in a Ziploc bag. It's just ridiculous. Somebody needs to hold these doctors accountable for their behavior. That's ridiculous. If I had a man in the room, he wouldn't act like that. He definitely wouldn't be raising his voice. He wouldn't have been rude and abrupt. And if you have anybody that's in the hospital, I advise you have somebody around the clock, because these staff treat you different. They treat you wrong, around when you have nobody around. Because when I did have my family around, they wasn't treating me wrong. Everybody was nice and everything. But as soon as they see nobody coming through those doors in the morning time, they start treating. They changed. So my advice to anybody that's going to the hospital, if you have some loved ones, have somebody go around the clock. If you have a friend in the hospital, have somebody go around the clock. Give your time, something, because they treat you wrong in the hospital as a patient. They treat you wrong. Some people don't care at all. They didn't care. They didn't care about my pain level last night. They knew my pain, I get medication at 5 o'clock. It was like an hour that I buzzed the buzzer. An hour for them. The girl didn't even answer it. I had to stand up and ask her, can I get my pain medication? I'm an hour behind. My medication is for 5 o'clock. And the other thing I did for the discharge, if you don't agree, don't sign it. What I did do on there, I wrote down all my chief complaints on there, and I asked for a copy. So get a copy, So ain't nobody gonna, because if you do, you just don't sign it. They're gonna sign it for you, and So I made sure I wrote on there my experience here, and held those people who was being rude and disrespectful and out of order accountable for their actions, because all that stuff had to go back into the computer. So that's my advice to you all. And this is my horrible experience, EEG observation experience here at Bay State Medical. Not everybody is the same. The head nurse, Jamie, was awesome. She definitely explained things to me. The lady, again, she was awesome, explaining different things. You really don't know what you're getting into until you in it. You really don't know, and it's a horrible thing. They don't explain everything. And I looked at the discharge paper. There were some things they're supposed to that went over me with, and they didn't do it. So they probably was looking at me like looking at all my stuff anyways. Trying to play it off, like what's in her bags or whatever. Right, bubble. I got this all on lock in some Ziploc bags. Yeah, Ziploc. So now you can look and stop being nosy. Make sure you check everything before you leave, because if I had last time I was here, my stuff was stolen. So, they couldn't find, and then some of the stuff they couldn't find, and one nurse didn't want to look for it, and then I ended up looking for it, and then I started finding my stuff. It was in the wrong areas, so I put it somewhere else. So we definitely want to hold them accountable for their actions. Again, I still haven't heard from public relations. They know I call. I guess they don't want to take my chief complaints. So this is the only way that we can. They use like a guinea pig here, and if you don't move and react the way they want, he storms out like a little toddler. I don't never forget this Dr. Sue, HSU, here at Bay State. Neurology. Never. So the Queen sign off. Hope you guys have a lovely day. Don't make nobody do anything that don't make nobody do anything that you're not comfortable doing. Okay? If you have to leave. Don't sweat it. And that's what's gonna happen. That's what I did. I am not going to sit up there and have an asthma attack, and I got 6 children at home, waiting for their mama to come home. And I busted them. Every freaking line that they said, I busted them. Just called pharmacies, everything they did. Just called different ones. They just didn't think that I would do things like that.
Sounds good.
Oh well, that's what happened. That's how I handle it. Signing off. Enjoy your day. Bye. Smooches.